Hey, what's up guys? So this is just like a let's call it follow-up guide for the last, because I already have a guide on rank King of the Hill on the channel. If you search for it, you'll find it. So yeah, if you're watching this, make sure you watch that too. But let's just make this kind of a follow-up loadout with some extra information that can help you getting through the rank of the hill ranked, and hopefully getting to masters. So one thing I didn't mention on the other guide that I'm gonna mention here is another way you can use your loadouts, which is on the other guide I did mention you can use things like the Asgard and the Eldorado, how helpful they are. Also the Indra. I mentioned all that on the other guide. Also about the gears, like you want to use the med packs and all that. But something I'm gonna add here is what I like to do is I know this is really good, is when you do something like this, which is what I call my money classes, loadouts, which pretty much you have these boosters on, which is like a marking, so you can get money for the markings. You have this, which drops, I think it's parting gift the name, yeah, parting gift. You can drop, when you die, you get like $75 a drop after each time you die, so that you can pick up later, which is actually quite a lot if you think about it. Which means like pretty much 2-3 deaths and you already can pretty much upgrade your med pack just from using this. So it's a lot of money, 75 for each death, especially on rank of the hill where you die a lot, because people are all the time converging the hill. So this is, if you're using this, you see your money is gonna go up really quick. Also using cash drip too, and again when you die you're not only getting the 75 from here, but you're also getting the 50, so that's already 100 plus just from dying alone. Then you also recommend using endowment level 3, which then not only gives you ammo but also $25 for each time your teammate is killed, which if you think about it, if you capture the heal, you're pretty much guaranteed that all 5 people are going to die. So that's already more than, like, you know, $100 for each heal. You know, plus every other time that your teammates are going to die during the match itself, or they're not capturing the heal. So you can imagine this gives you a lot of money, especially if your whole team is using this class as well, this loadout. I recommend that you use this more towards the beginning of the match until about. Also, you see I have the med pack here is because it also gives a lot of money to revive your teammates. So that's why I have the med pack there. And yeah, so I like to use endowment because your teammate dies like a lot. So yeah, just pretty much use it until like about when the match gets to around 100 score or so, either for your team or for the enemy team. To be honest, what I like to do really, which would be probably the ultimate strategy, if you and your team, you have a coordinated team and you guys all want to use these loadouts, which then all of you would have plenty of money, which I can do if you're like dominating the match and you're winning by like over 100 and the other team is not even near 100 yet. I would just keep using this loadout until like the very last heal or something, the victory heal and whatnot, to which then you can just switch to your normal loadout, but more like offensive, whatever, with more options. Where this is what I like to use actually, and what I recommend is that you use these loadout exactly. I found out that, I don't know, in terms of, this is like more of a normal loadout, let's call it like that. This is more aggressive with the Indra, and obviously I always like to have the med pack there, but you could like play around with this yourself. I mean, Harden is gonna help you a lot with killing, so will what's the name? Weapon Expert. This thing helps a lot, which is marking, combat marking, if I'm not mistaken. And this is really just for extra points, but you could change this for something else if you want. Or you can just go for like a totally revive loadout, which would be the same med pack with Chintamani maybe. Then you're really gonna be reviving everyone, especially reviving your teammates. Well, you see, but this is like a totally support focus. this, I like this one better because it gives me both options. You can use the Indra just like you would use a grenade. So if they're hiding behind cover, you can just throw the Indra and rush them, which is almost as guaranteed of a kill as the grenade itself, if not more, to be honest. Probably more, really. You can also throw it inside the hill where there are multiple guys there, and you can probably get more than one kill with this. And killing them while they have the hill capture gives like 150 if you KO them, which is a lot of money and a lot of score to give you a high rating and thus more points towards your ranking up on the tiers of the rank system. So yeah, I like to use this because it's not that expensive, and it allows me for a lot of options. It can also be used defensively as well if someone is rushing you or whatever. And you also get points for just hitting someone with this. If they're inside, you're also getting points for it. Hey, and on top of that, there's actually more. They're still getting marked when they're inside the Indra, so pretty much your whole team can see them, like they're glowing red and all that. So very helpful for the price. So yeah, pretty much this allowed me to still get a lot of money and score and revive my teammates at the same time, which helps us winning. And you know, from any range, because I can throw the med pack. And with level 3, it also revives pretty fast. So it's almost like as good as a Chintamani if you have it on level 3. And yeah, and the Indra is for more like that offensive option and whatnot, so I can get some easy kills, so to speak. But you could also always just play around with this. I mean, this is just what I like to use it. I think it works best. But feel free if you want to change the weapons, whatever fits you, your playstyle. Now, like a variation from that was what I said. You could just use a more revive heavy. You could use the I don't know, the staff with a grenade. I mean, UC4, whatever you want. I'm just telling you how everything works, and you pick what's best for you. And but yeah, so what I like to do, use this until, if you use this until about the end of the match, this loadout, you notice that when you get to that last hill, you're gonna have like almost 3,000, 4,000 cash, like easily, if you're using, especially if you're getting a lot of kills. If you manage to get a lot of kills with this loadout, if you're a good player. If you feel like you're handicapped, what I like to do is change this for heavy weapon expert, so you can kill more easily. Because if you're used to playing with weapon expert and then you just take it off, it feels kind of weird. So I don't know, just if you want to work more on the kills instead of the marking, just know you can change this. Whatever. If you can still get the kills without weapon expert, even better, because you're getting more money. But yeah, in terms of making money, if you could get the kills while not using weapon expert would be ideal. You'll get the most out of it. So that's why I have the marking there. Now, yeah, so use this until about 150. When it gets to like 150 score in the match, which means you probably have 1 or 2 hills left to win. So you're using this until then and just kind of saving money. I also just like to just upgrade right away my full up to level 3 my gear, which is the med pack, while I'm using this loadout, and just grabbing the drops from these perks and all. Boosters, I mean. And so yeah, when you get to like 150, you just switch to your normal loadout, which could even be something with nothing that I just told you. Could be like an Asgard or a El Dorado. So because at that point you will have so much money, you could literally like spam. You could, like, let's just say like you just captured the last hill, right? And now you're on the victory hill. So as soon as you just died from the last hill, right then and there you can already change to your normal loadout without no Eldorado or something. And as you spawn again, which then you will have to only capture the victory hill, you're gonna have so much money in your pocket, then you can just literally throw 3 or 4 of those in a row, like, which makes it kind of impossible for the enemy team to win the hill from you. And that's only one player. If you're doing this, just imagine if your whole team is doing this. I mean, you can pretty much guarantee the last hill easily by doing this. So what I just like to kind of balance and judge things, depends on how they're going. So I just use this loadout and keep saving as much money as I can until I actually need to use that money, to which then I just switch to my actual loadout, and then I can, you know, spam other odds, whatever my team may need to actually win the match and get the capture the hill, so we can win, or sure that we win. And also, even smarter tip than this, I would also recommend that you have multiple of these loadouts, I mean variations. So let's just say you have like this, right, which would be the same loadout in 2 variations, the only changing being the mystical itself. Now you can even do this 3 of those, which what I do. I have one for Eldorado, one for Asgard, and one for the Indras, which is the one that works best for this rank hill, King of the Hill. And what you do, even, you know, even if you're not using all this money, if you have like this, you can easily use 3 or 4 in a row by the time you need it, the mysticals. And in a row, I mean, you buy it, you throw it, and as soon as it's done, you buy it another one and just keep throwing, because you have all that money saved up. But yeah, so I like to use the variation of these 3 because, as you know, probably noticed, the price keeps going up the more you buy it, until it's at the 3rd level, so like that, which is the more expensive. Now you can be smarter than that, and because both of them are very effective, you don't need to really rely only on one of them. So let's just say this, it says that the original cost is 800. So let's say you buy this, the second cost would be 1,100, and the final one is 1,400. So what you can do is, like, you buy this for 800, right, and then you use it. Let's just say that guarantees you 1 hill. Okay, fine. So then you can, as soon as you die, you can change this to your second loadout, which is pretty much the same, only with the different mysticals. And now you can buy the Asgard for the same 100 instead of buying the second Eldorado for 1,100. You follow me? And you can just switch again to the Angel, which is even cheaper. It's like 400. Yeah, 400 the first one, the second is 600, and the third one, which is the most expensive, is the same price as, you know, the Asgard or the Eldorado and whatnot. So that way you can use a lot more mysticals, you know, with less money, so to speak. And yeah, so I recommend you use it 1 or twice, and then you just switch to the next one, so you can buy, you know, for less money, a lot cheaper. And yeah, that's pretty much how you pretty much guarantee the win, I think. Especially for dominating, you can really abuse on this, because then you can give yourself the luxury of continue to using this loadout. Now, if you're really struggling with this loadout and you're getting dominated, I still like to use it at the start, just until about the time I get the full upgrade, and then I might save a little bit more, and then I switch to my normal loadouts and whatnot, or this, so I can still have some money to work with if I need a mystical. But yeah, this is the kind of strategy I would recommend that you play on this game mode, because the hills are really what's gonna give you the win, not so much the kills. And yeah, I mean, the mysticals are just the thing to go when you want to guarantee that hill. So, and yeah, on the other guy, I mentioned how to use all of them, so if you haven't checked that out, but this is the main idea I just wanted to cover and follow up on this guide. And yeah, I mean, I'm already master, if you don't know yet. I am kind of high in the leaderboards as well, kind of still going up. I still gotta get more points. But yeah, just so you know, I know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, guys, that's all I really wanted to. It's a really good strategy if you never tried it. The endowment is really a really powerful booster for this mode. And yeah, this is the mask you get when you master this season, and hopefully all you guys can get it as well. Just, you know, strategy. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.